And we got the fire going. And I found out that the weight of the pipe, the weight of the pipe kind of throws the whole thing off. So I didn't put the full pipe on there. I took 2 of them off just because the weight of the pipe just was throwing it off as far as getting it on the stove jack. And I'm not great at cutting a stove jack, but it's cut. It's there. I mean, there's plenty of room. See, I put my sleeping pad down just so I'd see how much room was over here. So there's plenty of room to put another sleeping pad on this side if you really wanted to. I mean, it'd be somebody small. But yeah, you could put a whole bunch of wood there though, and a whole bunch of wood behind the stove. And as you can see, I got it going, but it just doesn't want to stay going. And I think that's because the wood is kind of wet here, because we've been having, and it's putting out some good heat now. I will say that. It is putting out some good heat. See, we do have it going. And she's putting out some good heat. You know. I want to close that damper down just a little bit. But she putting out some heat. I mean, if it was really cold out, it'd be really good to have. But yeah, it took me a bit to get it going though, because you know, it's my very first time doing it. And I think I might have dampened that down just a little bit too much. It seems to do better with when it was open. See, I done knocked it out again. And I had it going good. Anyway, that's the stove in the tent. As you can see, I done put it out. I wasn't trying to, but I did. And that little mat, I got that little mat online from a company called CLS Outdoor. And that mat is one of those spark arrestor mats, so that you can, you know, if something falls on the ground or whatever, it won't catch the ground on fire, which you need. And yeah, just a regular heavy duty tarp and my sleeping pad there. As you can see, I got smoke going out the stack. Don't got no fire going, but I definitely got some smoke going. I guess this here is a learning skill here that I'm not real good at. I had it going. Maybe if I hold that open. I will tell you, that's hot. It's just hot. Well, if y'all had to depend on me as far as getting the fire going or whatever, I would fail at this experiment. But it is what it is, right? We live and learn, right? Will you shut up? Lord of mercy, he keeps barking at the neighbors, giving me a headache. So maybe it'll take off, who knows. I mean, I got some good coals going up in there. I just ain't got no kindling. All I got is just a little bit of leaves I threw in there and some of these little twigs I got. So that was the mat I got. Now I will say that this little saw, I bought this saw because I thought, well, this would be good to have. You know, little folding saw. Okay, and it's a cheap one. I mean, it's definitely a cheap one. I only tried it on one small log, and it didn't really want to do anything. I mean, it's good for little twigs and stuff, but if you got an actual log, it's not going to do you any good. It's just not going to do any good. So, you know, they say it's a learning experience, and so I'm having a heck of a time figuring this tent out because there were no instructions with it, and I don't think there were enough tent stakes to go with it or the twine. So I got a bunch of twine. I bought some twine while I was at the store, and I think I got some more tent stakes somewhere. But overall, it's a pretty good sized tent. I mean, I can't really complain about it for the price I paid. I mean, I got it for like $80, so hey, for $80, this is a good tent. Okay. And the stove, I got the stove. I actually used my rewards from Capital One, and they pretty much paid for the stove. So, I mean, all in all, right here, I got invested probably maybe at the most $150. And that's only because of the saw and the stove mat and the sleeping pad. And that's my review on this. And I'd be willing to take any questions if y'all have any questions. I still ain't figured out what that big hole is in the back. The only thing I can figure is maybe that's for air. Like if you use like a Mr. Buddy heater or something like that, you probably would need something like that. I don't know. So that's all I got for today. I will tell you, don't buy this folding saw. Okay, I saw this folding saw on Amazon, and it's a cheap one. I don't even remember what brand it is. It tells you something when there's no brand name on it. So don't buy this, because it looks nice, but it don't cut worth a damn. So don't buy that. You'd be better off buying one of those jigsaws with that fold up, and it looks like a actual saw. Yeah, you'd be better off buying something else. Don't buy that, because that's like, they gimmicked me on that one. So I'm gonna, I guess, sit out here and wait for this to cool down. Now I will say this little bad boy right here, you know, I bought this at the little store up the road that sells all this military stuff. And this little bad boy right here, it has impressed me. You know, I am very impressed with this little tool here. I mean, it's got a hammer on it. Now, I'm not too sure about the nail puller or anything else, but that little hatchet right there, does a damn good job. So, I mean, for the size of it, I mean, I give you an idea. I'm going to put it down by my foot. You see, the size, it's pretty small. And to have something like that that's small like that you can carry in your camping gear, this is a little impressive little thing. And I mean, it probably will break on me from use or everything, because I have a feeling I'm gonna be using this quite a bit, because I'm kind of a little bit impressed with this little bugger right here. And I am impressed with this stove. It's just my own ineptitude of getting the fire started and not having the proper materials. So I am impressed with the little stove too. This little Caribou backpacker stove, you know, I'm sitting outside the tent, and I could feel the heat from here, and I didn't really get the fire going on it. So I'm kind of a little bit impressed with that, because everything will fold up and go in the little bag, and you can just carry the whole bag with you. So that's kind of impressive. You know, for the price on the tent, I can't complain. I mean, it is, the stitching and everything seems to be good. Of course, it's not raining, so I can't test it in the rain or anything like that. I mean, I could get the water hose and try it that way, but my whole thing today was just to get the stove going and get it set up and just see how much room was inside it. Which, let me go, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna carry you with me. Y'all walking now. Now I'm sitting in the stove. I'm sitting in the tent right beside the stove, okay? And I could feel the heat coming off of this. So I didn't even get it going. And as you can see, I have plenty of room. I mean, let me turn this so you can see. I'm sitting and my head's hitting the tent, right? My head is hitting the tent right here. But, you know, when you're camping, that's the thing. When you're camping, you want to be able to sit down close to the stove and be able just to feed the stove. So there's plenty of room to do that here. And there's another door. I'm turning the thing. So there's another door right here. So you've got two doors here on both sides. So you can, if it's hot out, I guess you could open both doors and have a breeze coming through here. And it's got like, I guess there's pockets up there. I'm not sure. Or if that's just vents up there. There could be just vents up there. And there's like a little clip up there that you can hang your lantern from. And yeah. Like I said, I'm a little bit impressed with this little stove, with this little tent and stove. Lord of mercy, now I'm starting to sweat. This little stove puts out some heat. I have y'all know that it is putting out some heat, even though the fire is like almost completely out. It's still pumping out heat. So we're gonna get up now and go back out here. Oof. I feel like a kid again. I got all my, see See, it's still pumping out heat, but it's just smoking. So, I mean, I gotta wait on it to stop smoking and everything. But, yeah. And I'm still working on my little greenhouse. So, you know, we're doing this out in the backyard, just trying to get it all together so that when we go camping, we know how it all goes together. And we ain't gonna spend like I did today, which is about 4 or 5 hours trying to figure this out. So y'all can laugh at me, okay? I'm 58 years old, gonna be 59 next month, and I haven't a clue on putting these things up or taking them down. So this is new for me, but you know, I'm used to the little tents that you get at Walmart that's got the pole that you slide through the thing, and it's got the floor and everything. But you know, to actually have something with a little stove in it is what I wanted to do. So we went this route. So I'm a little uncomfortable with it still, but we'll get used to it. And we'll have to work with it a little bit more, and I'll probably do that here in the backyard a couple times until I'm comfortable with it before I take it camping. But yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll respond to you just as fast as I can. And with that, I'm gonna let y'all go, and y'all enjoy your weekend. And I'm going to go in because my brother bought me a new game. So I'm going to go in and play my video game as soon as I get this all cooled down and put away. So have a blessed one. Bicycle.